Hello guys, my name is Peter, I'm 22 years old and I live in Belarus. Today we're gonna take a look at mixing board channel strip in details. As an example, I took Europower PMH1000 mixing board. This mixing board is very affordable and pretty much anyone can afford it. You can see a lot of knobs and buttons on this mixing board and it can be confusing sometimes. But all mixing boards are modular. If you look closer, you can see different channels. Each channel has its own vertical row, and each row repeats its function. We will go from top to bottom. At the very top you can see an XLR input. Here we are going to connect our microphone. Also we have a line input. Here you can plug your jack, balanced or unbalanced. Also this mixing board has an insert point. By the name we can judge that by using this input we can insert an external audio processor into signal flow, such as like compressors, limiters, expanders. To do that you will need a special cable, an insert cable. Okay, let's go a little bit further. Next we have our trim knob. This knob controls the amount of gain coming to our preamp. Use this knob to set the right levels for your microphone. Remember, you want to be in a green area and a little bit in the yellow, but never in the red. Below we can see a black button. It's a low cut filter, and when you press it, it will cut down everything below 80 Hz. This button can be very useful if you want to reduce so low pitch noises, like wind, subtle hit on a boom stand, and such. Next we move to our equalizer section. This section is very important. You'll use this section most often during the sound check. It has 3 bands: high, mid, and low. You can cut or boost different frequencies depending on the sound you're looking for. In DAW, you'll find a more complex EQ section. Next, we have our Sense section. You can use it in many ways. For example, you have an artist on stage who wants to hear only his vocals and acoustic guitar he's playing. So you use this knob to dial in the right amount of signal he wants in his monitor on stage. Also, you can use this section to route signal to external processors. After you send it to external device, you need to return it to your mixing console. Next knob is Pan mode. Pan stands for panorama. This knob works in a little bit different way. If you turn it to the right, you will reduce the amount of signal coming to your left speaker, and vice versa. You can use this knob very creatively to create a narrow or wide stereo field. Next, we have a mute button. If you want to mute the particular channel, you press it, and the yellow indicator will turn on. Unfortunately, this mixing board does not have a solo button, which mutes all other channels. And finally, we have our fader. This control is probably the most frequently used, especially in live applications. Okay, let's do a quick wrap-up of our lesson. All mixing boards are modular, and 1000 knobs doesn't mean 1000 parameters. All mixing boards use the same principles. Okay, let's take a look again at our channel. At the very top we have our input section. Here we plug our microphone or line level signals, like keyboards or players. Then we have an insert point where we can add a compressor or a limiter. Next we want to use a trim knob to bring the microphone to line level. If we're happy with our levels, we can move to EQ section. Here we can change little bit or drastically the amount of frequencies we need or don't need. We can boost or cut. If we have an artist on stage who wants to hear his guitar, we use our send knob. Or we use this knob to send it to an external processor, like reverb or delay. Then we use our pan knob to send it to the right channel or to the left channel, or anywhere in between. And finally, we bring up our fader. Okay guys, thanks for watching my lesson. I hope it was helpful. I will see you all next week. Goodbye!